Hello, Broad Street friends. My name is Jerry Devane, and I'm a long-term member of Broad Street United Methodist Church. I'd like to talk to you this morning about a subject that I know everybody is interested in, and that is the reopening of the church. I am a member of a task force that has been meeting over the past several months to investigate, evaluate, and initiate the reutilization of our facilities here on campus. We have gone over many factors that have influenced the utilization of our church, and we are now asking for your input as to whether, if the church reopened, you would be able to attend. A little bit of history is that the Holston Conference came up with guidelines and non-negotiable guidelines that had to be met in order for the church to be reopened. Those guidelines were placed on paper, and they were given to each and every church in the Holston Conference. The church was then responsible for coming up with a plan to submit to the conference in order for that to be approved. Once the plan was submitted, it had to be approved, and once it was approved, the task force that I'm a member of had to meet and evaluate the local conditions that would affect reopening. We have met on numerous occasions and have taken a conservative approach to reopening the church. Now I believe it's time for us to investigate the reopening in a way that will allow us to reopen safely for all of our members. In order to reopen, we have to meet several criteria that are non-negotiable. That is, first, everyone must wear a mask. Once you are in the church, the mask is for full-time use while you're inside the facility. Families must social distance. As such, that means that there will be limited space for the attendants in the sanctuary per se. And so we're going to ask you to pre-register before you come into the church. There will be no congregational singing in the church. There will be no coffee or food served, and there will be no congregating before or after the services. These things may seem a little arduous to you, but I assure you that these are in place to maintain the safety of our congregants, and that is our primary importance. This past week, the task force for reopening the church met and decided that, in view of the upcoming winter months, that it is time to initiate the reopening if there is enough interest in that. And so what we're asking you to do is submit your answers to a question that will be in the e-blast and on the church website this week, and we will see what the interest is in reopening. Hopefully, there'll be significant interest and we can initiate indoor services. This will not mean that any of the current services that are going on will be stopped. I would urge all of you that possess significant risk for exposure to the coronavirus, consider very strongly your attendance indoors at this time. Those people that have pre-existing conditions and those people that are of an advanced age like me should consider strongly their participation. I want to say that our task force is very interested in getting the church reopened, but we're interested only in the case that it can be done safely. So please take this seriously and help us with this decision. Thank you.